You've spoken about Bangladesh and how football was sort of exploded over the past year.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that. How's that happened, come about?
Yeah, obviously, going back to what we spoke about Hamza Chowdhury, really we were just missing a superstar or missing a name. I think before I dive into the Bangladesh side of things, I think football in the UK, I mean, I'm not sure which area you guys have grown up in, but there's a lot of South Asians that are ballers.
Yeah.
You know, I grew up in a predominant South Asian area, so I think I'd see it more. But I'd look at some of my guys and I'd be like, how have you not even like sniffed the surface, bro? There's some real talent. And obviously, a lot of that came down to being one of the second generation immigrants to move here, and the diet and the lifestyle and parent pressure, whatever. So we missed a lot of superstars in our squads. There was no Premier League South Asian star for a long time. I think the first was, I can't remember the guy's name. He used to play for Fulham years back. Was it Zishan something? Or was it was with a Z, I remember.
I can't remember.
He played left back for Fulham. And then from that, I mean, the fact that you can't remember, it's like, you have Premier League players that you could pop into your head. But because he was one, it's crazy. You'd think there'll be more, whatever. Hamza Chowdhury, done unbelievable for himself, played for Leicester since a very young age. I was shocked, actually. I was watching back the other day, the company goal, you know, when they were like, Vinny, don't shoot. He's in front of him. I'm like, that's like almost 10 years ago. He's been around for a while. He's only 27 too. So anyway, obviously he's now decided to play for Bangladesh. That's instantly gave us a superstar, a Premier League Championship starter. He's playing for our nation. That then inspired a lot of guys coming through the ranks. So Cuba Mitchell, he was playing for Sunderland under 21s, came through the system at Birmingham. He then chose to play for Bangladesh. Yeah. There was Shamit Shom, who played in MLS and played in Canada, first division. He then said, okay, I'm going to go play for Bangladesh.
Wow.
One of the Sullivan brothers, you know, the what's his name, Kavan Sullivan?
Oh, yes.
So he's actually part Bangladeshi through his grandmother. Obviously, his ceiling is very high, so he'll have America and maybe even England, I think, is connected to, that he can represent. His older brother that plays in the MLS, he might be representing Bangladesh soon as well. Wow. So now that Hamza's gone onto the scene, it's almost made it kind of cool in some sense. I don't want to put it like that because it shouldn't be just cool to represent your nation. It's something of pride. But I think he's made it more visible. Like, hey, let's go and represent back home. I know we're not gonna win the World Cup maybe straight away or anything like that, but if we lay the foundations, the next generation coming through, it's not even like, there's nothing wrong if you want to represent England. I would love to represent England, but you can have that choice of like, oh, I could represent England, but let me try and make my home country successful too. So he made it really cool, and then obviously it became visible, and I've been covering content on Bangladesh just before he went over as well. So for me, it was almost a blessing that he chose Bangladesh, because my content amplified as well. But now the scene is crazy. They're working on a lot of things in terms of investment back home for academies. They're looking at opening a FIFA centre down south of Bangladesh. And yeah, as a content creator, I want to do my part of putting my country on the map. You know, I want to make sure as I get older, I want to see more kids coming through. Or also Fahmid, I was going to say one more good friend of mine, Fahmidul Islam. He played at Sampdoria. He's also representing Bangladesh now. He's only 19 years old. Wow. So I want to see these guys progress, get to the highest stage, even away from representing his country. I want to see Fahmidul in the top leagues as well. I want to see Cuba in the top leagues. They're only 19, 20, 21 years of age. They've got a long career ahead of them. So from my connections, my network, how can I help them? But how can I also portray them to the national media and put them on the map? We did a great video with Cuba just before he went over and played for Bangladesh for the first time, which did great numbers, and he really showed his personality as well. You know, footballers, you don't get to see that personality side sometimes. Nowadays, we get to see it with English content. You have Pro Direct and Foot Asylum, and even England's social media. They're doing great things. They're putting them on the map. So, you know, I speak to the federation closely. How can we now make our players not just great on the pitch, but personable as well? You know, how can we show their How can we make them connected to the local audience? So, you know, I feel like that's part of my responsibility as well. That's what I'm trying to do.
And we spoke about earlier as well about representation and visibility. We've just mentioned it there again. The fact that, you know, what you're doing, you're representing your people on a larger world stage. Same as like Hamza Chowdhury going ahead and being a player who's played in the Premier League before, but is now playing for Bangladesh. That must have inspired so many people to go ahead and watch the sport, because, you know, if there's a lack of representation, then I think some people might find it difficult to almost want to go ahead and try and do that, because
it's almost like imposter syndrome.
Yeah,
it really does. It feels like you're not part of that. You shouldn't really, like, your people don't really do that. So, you know, maybe stick to cricket or stick to something else. You're not really you're not made for football. But truthfully, you know, he's opened more eyes, and I feel like going back to it, that's kind of my goal. When I said I want people to see what I'm doing and say, yeah, we can do that. We don't have to just work in medicine or become a doctor or a lawyer, which is the standard thing that Asian parents love. But I've had a lot of parents actually come up to me and say, oh, what you're doing is so amazing. These are, you know, similar age brackets of people 5 years ago that were calling me all sorts of names for not doing a proper job. But I like that in sense of not even a pride thing. I'm like, I'm glad that you're seeing the vision of not just football, so put your kids in academies, give them opportunities, but even jobs around football, what we are doing here, podcasting, making content. There is a lane for people to make a career and build stuff for themselves. Yeah. And it's good, man. It's good that the parents of this generation are seeing that, and I feel very privileged to be at the forefront of it as well.
Most definitely. Like, you know, as you said, almost changing people's perspectives in a way, to be able to go ahead and say, well, actually, we can do this, and we can do that, and we can create a space, and we belong in the industry, which, you know, you've smashed it out the park. You're doing a wonderful job. Same with, you know, we've mentioned Hamza Chowdhury already. The fact that he's gone ahead and said, I want to play for Bangladesh, like, that is such an amazing thing, because you said Bangladesh haven't had a superstar. He is considered a superstar. He's a former Premier League player. Like, the company goal, I didn't even know he was on the pitch until you mentioned it. So,
10
you know,
years is mad.
Yeah.
I think he made his debut when he was like 17 years old.
Yeah.
Well, I know he had like a loan spell at Burton. I think that's where he
He was at Sheffield United actually last season as well.
Yeah. So, you know, to have someone like that be there.
I feel like a bit of a hypocrite now. I'm just thinking, I'm talking about representation and playing for Bangladesh. Yeah, I'm playing for the England creators team. I need to create a Bangladesh creators team ASAP, man. Can't be saying all this about representation and then play for England. I love England, man. It's my second home, obviously current home as well.
Yeah.
So it's a privilege to even say that you're playing for an England side. It's crazy.
No, most certainly is. As you're a Chelsea fan, let's talk about Chelsea.
Yeah.
Sum up your season.
Oh, see how my emotions.
I'm a Liverpool fan as well, so don't worry, mate.
It's been a roller coaster of a season, man. It really has. But when is it not when you're a Chelsea fan? We won the Champions League when we were going through horrible spells. Mm-hmm. So, you know, expect the unexpected with Chelsea. I was really disappointed to see Maresca go. I was a real fan of him. But sometimes maybe you don't know everything, you know, because looking at it from the outside in, or looking from the bigger picture now and seeing how Rosenior's really changed the environment. Yeah, the players look like they want to play for him. You know, sometimes you have the first half against West Ham was a bit crap.
Then changed the game, didn't it?
Changed the game. Arsenal, we didn't win, but the way he approached it, the way we controlled the game. Listen, I'm trying to get anything from Arsenal right now. But look, they're the only 2 defeats he's had.
Yeah.
I hate that. They're the only 2 defeats he's had, but he's undefeated still, you know. It's good, it's refreshing. And I'm happy with him. I like him, man. I think I think he looks like a guy that really loves football. And it sounds like a really basic quote to say, but someone who wants to build a legacy and philosophy around his style of play. And I like that, man. And he's got the right type of attitude and energy, because again, someone like Palmer, who doesn't really give much away, showing how his personality around him, shows that he's doing something good. So let's hope. We're going off Vibes FC right now. Let's see what we're still in the Champions League. We're still in the FA Cup. Top 4 finish, hopefully. Yeah. I was thinking of Premier League as well.
I'm quite a big fan of Rosenior. I've always been like.
He's just aging men, bro.
It's like aging men. Even when he used to do punditry on Sky for EFL, and when he taught, you just like, you know, he knows his stuff. Yeah. He really knows his stuff.
Yeah, it's someone that's studying the game, right? It's someone that, and again, going back to the whole topic of international football, we talk about it. Where are the English managers at the top level? Mm-hmm. Why can't we have a top tier England manager managing our nation? we need to give him opportunities, you know. And I'm happy that Chelsea have given a young English manager opportunity, and hopefully he smashes it out of the park, and who knows what his future holds.
But it's like, I remember Hull sacked him a few years ago.
Ridiculous reasons.
Yeah, that was mental.
Yeah, ridiculous.
Like, ridiculous. Now they've gone and lost to him. In the
smashing form. I mean, even that, like, you look at his resume, he's actually better than what Maresca was in terms of resume and what he's done. Championship's a difficult division. It's one of the hardest in the world, if not the. Like, to get out of that division, he lost out in the playoffs, no? Or just before the playoffs.
I think it was just before.
Yeah, so I mean, it's a matter of a couple of points, man, and it's not like Hull had the best team in the world to blow the championship.
They had a really solid team though that year. I think Liam Delap was playing for them that year as well.
Oh really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know he played for Hull City. That shows my knowledge.
So, I mean, yeah. Look, Strasbourg as well.
Yeah.
A smaller team in the French league, but he's done good stuff there as well. So
they got him into European football.
Yeah, exactly. And I think if he has a good, our owners are clearly, they have a certain way of working. You know, fair play to them. If he can have a good relationship with the owners, it's clearly an important thing, because the guys that have come in before, maybe there's been a few, God knows what's happened behind the scenes, but as well as being a good football brain, as well as having good energy, I think for Chelsea Football Club now, you need a good relationship with the owners and have to work with them on what they expect from their club. So, you know, I think he's got that. So it's looking positive, and hopefully we get a good end to the season.
Yeah, what would be a successful season?
You know what? Shall I be honest? Don't look at me like that, because I'm going to out myself right now. For me, I said Chelsea have been in a funny position for the last few years, right?
Yeah.
Project this, youngsters that. I'm past that. I can't say we're in a project no more. I can't say we're rebuilding, because that's not me, and I'm not an Arsenal fan, so you know we don't do that. For me, earlier in the season, I said I want to finish top 2, like either win it or finish second, be in a title race. Obviously, we didn't do great with that. For me, right now, in the state that we are and the way the division is, I mean, like, look, Villa are in and there. Yeah. Man United are picking up as well. Liverpool are sneaking about. If we can finish top 4, but strongly, not battle for top 4 and get there, obviously hard saying because we're battling with United at the moment. And hey, a trophy is still possible. As a Chelsea fan, I expect us, you know, FA Cup's there. We can win an FA Cup, and we can most definitely win a Champions League. I'll say it out loud. We won 2012 with... bro, I was watching back 2012.
Di Matteo in charge.
Bro, I was watching back 2012 highlights. I was like, how the hell did we win a Champions League?
Yeah.
You watch that Bayern game. Type in Bayern Chelsea highlights, yeah? Half of it is just Bayern shooting at our goal. It's like, well, you had like 3 shots the whole game. City final in 2021.
Yeah.
A mess of a squad.
No one expected you to win.
No,
underdogs again.
So... we're in that situation, and I think we've got a very bright squad. João Pedro, unreal. Esteval, unreal. Cole Palmer, Enzo, Caicedo. Cucurella's injured now. Hopefully he comes back soon. Jackson's back at his best, man. He's been unbelievable this season. So there's hope for a trophy. I really wish we can finish with a trophy, but let's end on a positive note in terms of the season and make sure we solidify European football next year.
Yeah.
Hey, we've won that as well. So
for context, he said Europa League in the background.
He said Europa League, and something that they've not won.
Oh, true.
4-1. They came all the way to Azerbaijan to get battered by Eden Hazard.
There's nothing wrong with the Europa League.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with the Conference League if you can win it. Do you know what I mean? It's all Chelsea. Listen, imagine going all the way to Baku, Azerbaijan to get smashed up by Eden Hazard and him saying he's leaving as well. What a note to end it on, man. Proper Chelsea.
Yeah.
Proper Chelsea.